up, otaku hotties? It's your girl Sweet Tea back at it again, and today, y'all, we're gonna be reviewing The Harder They Fall. Now, when I tell you this movie was some gas, like not just regular gas, not that diesel fuel. This movie was premium gas, okay? Honestly, truly, I was pleasantly surprised and very entertained by this Netflix original movie. Now, you already know the drill. There's gonna be spoilers in this review, so if you have not seen The Harder They Fall yet, I need you to pause the video, stop what you're doing, go watch the movie, and then bring your tail back here so we can talk about it together, bestie. But y'all, oh my gosh, The Harder They Fall was so much fun to watch. Like, I was pleasantly surprised. I was. Netflix has really been in their bag lately when it comes to like their original TV shows. Now their movies are hit or miss. Like, it's either gonna be a banger of a movie or the movie's gonna be a bunch of mid. I'm not gonna lie. But this movie, like, they was in their bag all right. Like, the rent was due, careers were on the line when they made this movie, okay? Even though it was like a Western, I really liked how it had like a different feel and atmosphere to it while still following along those like traditional Western tropes, you know what I'm saying? And when I tell y'all, like, bodies were dropping, like, let the bodies hit the floor, like bodies are dropping. I also really enjoyed the cinematography in this movie. Like, the camera angles, the shots was breathtaking, the set design, amazing, even down to like the costumes and whatnot. Like, it really had like, it just was such a satisfying feeling, and it was just really aesthetically pleasing too. And it kind of also had like a Tarantino-esque feel to it, but it wasn't exactly like Tarantino-ish, but it was inspired. There's like some inspiration from Quentin Tarantino. You can see it throughout the movie. The director, James Samuel, like, you can tell that they had so much fun making this movie, and it just translates so well onto the screen when you can tell that not only did like the director had fun making the movie, but like everybody in the cast and the crew, like, they had a good time too. Like, you could just tell from the energy of this film, like, everybody was just having a good time, and that's the kind of content we like to see. But y'all, when I tell you this soundtrack was fire, kudos to whoever has put together the soundtrack for this movie, because it really emphasized like the emotions and the feelings that you have as a viewer, so we could, you know, really feel what the characters are feeling, you know? Like, it was like on point. And I feel like when it comes to not only sound design, but when it comes to putting together like in a soundtrack, to really tap into those things, like to really add on to the story. Like, music adds a lot to storytelling and cinema and film, and it was executed beautifully in this movie. I also want to add that it was so refreshing watching a Black movie that was not about Black trauma, that was not about police brutality, that was not about Black pain, not about slavery, civil rights, racism, none of that. It was just niggas being cowboys. Like, it was just Black people with cowboy hats and guns, and they was gunslinging, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. And it's like I said in my Soul review, I just want to see more films with Black people just existing and being themselves, you know? It's just Black people existing in the world around them, and the color of the skin doesn't matter. All right, so real quick, I want to talk about some of the characters, and y'all, kudos to the actors, because they were acting their tail off, but they were also having a good time. Like, they was just having fun with it, and you could tell, like, it was just a lot of fun to watch these characters interact with each other, and I honestly wanted to see more. But let's go ahead and get into these characters. First, we have Nat Love, played by Jonathan Majors, and then we have Rufus Buck, played by Idris Elba. They did such a phenomenal job. Like, the tension that you felt when they were both on screen with each other was astronomical and amazing, especially like the history behind these two characters and like the beef that they had. I'm not gonna hold y'all for a second. I forgot Idris was British because he was acting his tail off, okay? But the revenge story between like Nat Love and Rufus Buck, and Rufus Buck killing Nat Love's family, that was just impactful. And that twist at the end, when it was revealed that Nat Love is really Rufus's younger brother, like that had me shook, okay? It was a nice, refreshing twist that they put on this movie, and I liked it, you know? I thought it was gonna be like a typical, oh yeah, it's the final showdown, boom, boom, like, no, but it had a lot more substance and emotional impact to it, and that was really cool to see. Then I want to talk about Treacherous Trudy, played by Regina King, and Stagecoach Mary, played by Zazie Beetz. They had so much fun playing these characters, and you could tell, especially Regina King, yo. Regina King had too much fun in this role, and you could tell. Like, she brought out the Riley a bit, like that Riley attitude she had in the Boondocks, she brought that out a little bit. But it was really interesting to see like the difference between these two women, and also like the dominance and the power that they had in this Western world. I was completely here for it. We need more cowgirls. Give us more black cowgirls, please. I'm here for it. So then we had Cherokee Bill, played by LaKeith Stanfield, and I really enjoyed LaKeith in this role, and you can tell, just like everybody else in this movie, he was having a good old time playing his character. Like, he was having too much fun, especially on the train. Oh my gosh, he was a comedian. Like, he was a character, okay? He was. I also really liked some of the morality differences we got to see between the different characters, especially with LaKeith's character, Cherokee Bill. Even though he's a quick draw, he doesn't really follow like the honor code or the Western etiquette as much as some of these other characters did, like Jim Beckworth or Cuffy. You know, like his motto was like, you know, if they're dead, they're dead, you know? So he didn't mind cheating and shooting people in the back, and you saw that throughout the movie as it progressed. Speaking of Jim Beckworth, I really wish we got to see more of like Jim Beckworth and Bill Pickett. I really enjoyed their characters. They were entertaining while we got to see them, but I wish we kind of got to see a little bit more from them, because I feel like the movie only focused on like 4 of the characters. I would say like 4 or 5 of the characters. Like, they were still like part of the cast because they were like in Nat Love's gang, but they kind of like they fell to the wayside a little bit, and I wanted a bit more from them, if that makes sense. But overall, y'all, this movie was so much fun to watch. Like, it was so good that I watched it twice, y'all. If you're looking for a fun time with those Western vibes with a hint of Tarantino-esque influence in it, The Harder They Fall is the movie for you, honestly. And the action and the storytelling is just top notch, with the banging soundtrack at that as well. Overall, I would give this movie an 8.5 out of 10. It was just a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. That is all for today's video, y'all. If you like what I have to say, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell notification to stay notified for when I upload new videos. Also, comment down below and let me know, what were your thoughts about this movie? Did you enjoy it? What did you like? What did you dislike? I would love to hear your thoughts. Well, that is all for today's video, and I hope you all have a fantastic and lovely day. Bye-bye!